Have you ever had that one friend you told everything to? The one you thought would be in your life forever? I had that friend. Let's call him Alex. We met years ago, way before he became the rapper everyone knows today. Back then, he was just a guy with big dreams and a notebook full of rhymes. We were inseparable. We'd spend hours talking about everything and nothing, our fears, our ambitions, our biggest secrets. He'd play me his new tracks before anyone else, and I'd be his biggest cheerleader, telling him he was destined for greatness. There was this unspoken bond, a deep connection that felt more real than anything I'd ever known. People always asked if we were a couple, and we'd just laugh it off. We were best friends, and that was enough. Or so I thought. As his career started to take off, things began to change. The late-night talks became shorter, replaced by studio sessions and tour dates. I was so proud of him, watching him live out his dreams, but a small part of me missed the simplicity of what we had. He was still my Alex, but now he belonged to the world too. The texts became less frequent, the calls rarer. I understood. He was busy. This was his big shot. I'd go to his shows, standing in the crowd, feeling like just another fan. He'd spot me, give me a nod from the stage, and my heart would do a little flip. After the show, we'd have a few stolen minutes backstage, and for a moment, it would feel like old times again. He'd hug me tight and say, "I couldn't do this without you." And I believed him. Then came the night that changed everything. It was his birthday, a huge party at a fancy club. The place was packed with famous faces, industry people, and models. I felt a little out of place in my simple dress, but he found me, pulled me into a quiet corner, and his eyes had that same old spark. He told me that out of everyone there, I was the only one who truly saw him. He leaned in, and the world just stopped. It wasn't a friendly kiss. It was filled with all the years of unspoken feelings, all the late-night confessions, all the shared dreams. My heart exploded. I thought, finally, this is it. This is our beginning. We spent the rest of the night inseparable, holding hands, lost in our own little world amidst the chaos of the party. He whispered promises in my ear, plans for the future, how things would be different now. I went home that night walking on air, convinced my best friend was finally going to be the love of my life. I replayed every moment, every word, every touch. The next morning, I woke up with the biggest, goofiest smile on my face, waiting for his text. But the text never came. Days turned into a week. My calls went to voicemail. My messages were left on read. I saw pictures of him online at another party with another girl. A famous model, of course. My heart didn't just break. It shattered into a million tiny, unrecognizable pieces. I was confused. I tried to make excuses for him. Maybe he lost his phone. Maybe he was overwhelmed. But deep down, I knew. The silence was his answer. I eventually sent him one last message, pouring my heart out, asking for an explanation, for anything. The reply I got wasn't from him. It was from his publicist, a cold professional message about how he valued my friendship, but was focusing on his career and wished me the best. It was like a punch to the gut. The person I shared my soul with couldn't even give me the decency of a real goodbye. He had his assistant do it for him. The intimacy we shared was reduced to a business transaction. The pain was suffocating. It wasn't just losing a potential partner. It was losing my best friend, my confidant, my person. The person who knew me better than anyone was now a complete stranger. Every song of his that came on the radio felt like a personal attack. His voice, which used to be a source of comfort, was now a painful reminder of my own foolishness. I had to watch his life play out on social media, see him fall in love, get engaged, all while I was still picking up the pieces of the heart he'd so carelessly broken. It felt like our entire friendship, all those years of history, had been a lie. Was I just a placeholder until someone better came along? a stepping stone. It took a long, long time to heal. I had to block him on everything, not out of spite, but for self-preservation. I had to learn to rebuild my life without him in it. I had to mourn the loss of two people, the man I loved and the friend I cherished. It was a brutal lesson in learning that sometimes the people we think will be our forever are just a chapter, a painful, beautiful, heartbreaking chapter. I learned that my worth isn't defined by someone else's inability to see it. I learned to pour all the love and support I once gave him back into myself. Looking back now, I don't hate him. I feel a sort of sad detachment. He's living the life he always dreamed of, and I genuinely hope he's happy. But the boy I knew, the one with the notebook and the stars in his eyes, he's gone. He got lost somewhere on the road to fame. And me? I found myself. I learned to be my own biggest cheerleader, my own best friend. The heartbreak was devastating, but it forced me to grow in ways I never imagined. It taught me the true meaning of resilience. Sometimes the most painful endings are just the beginning of your own story. Thank you so much for listening. If you've been through something similar, know that you're not alone, and you will get through it. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more stories.